I still have the voicemail. I tried to delete it. I've even changed my phone twice. I've even switched my carriers. I've even factory reset every device I've owned. But somehow, every few months it comes back, and it's always from the same number. My own. The first time it happened was 3 years ago. I was driving home from work. It was around midnight, and my phone buzzed in my cup holder. A missed call. The caller ID displayed my own number, and I remembered laughing. Spoofed calls weren't unusual, and I ignored it and I kept driving. A few minutes later, a voicemail notification appeared. I was curious and I pressed play. At first, all I heard was static, then breathing, slow and uneven, like someone trying not to panic. I was about to hang up when a voice spoke. My voice.
Don't go home.
Then the message ended. I nearly drove off the road. I replayed it immediately. Same thing, it was static, then breathing, then my voice.
Don't go home.
And nothing else. I tried calling back, and naturally it rang my own phone. I convinced myself it was some kind of prank or some weird glitch. Maybe somebody had recorded me. Maybe it was AI? So I went home, and nothing happened. At least, that's what I thought. So the next morning, I discovered my back door was unlocked. I lived alone. I've always locked it. Always. Nothing appeared to be stolen, no signs of forced entry, just an unlocked door. I told myself I must have forgotten, and eventually, life continued for about 6 months. Then a second voicemail arrived, and again, it was from my own number, and again, around midnight. This time, I was already in bed, and the recording began with heavy breathing. Then my voice whispered,
Please don't answer the door.
A sudden banging echoed through the speaker. 3 loud knocks, and the message ended. My blood froze. Because at that exact moment, 3 knocks sounded from my front door. I sat upright and listening. Then there was silence, then another knock, and it was slow. It was deliberate. I checked my cameras, and there wasn't anybody, not a person, no movement. The porch, it was empty. Yet every few seconds, knocks were echoing through the house. So I decided to call the police, and 2 officers arrived about 20 minutes later. They didn't find anything, no footprints, no damage, no signs anyone had ever been there. The knocking stopped the moment they arrived. I never told them about the voicemail. I mean, how could I? What would I even say? That the future was leaving me signs of warnings via voicemail? It sounded insane. Over time, the messages continued, however, never often, maybe once or twice a year. Always from my number, always my voice, always a warning.
Take the next exit. Call your sister. Stay inside today.
Most of the warnings seemed random, but every time I ignored one, something bad always happened. Nothing catastrophic, just enough to make me wonder. One time, I was told not to take the elevator at work, and I ignored it. And the elevator got stuck between the floors for 3 hours. Another one warned me not to visit a certain gas station, and of course, I stopped there anyway. A drunk driver slammed into my parked car while I was inside. The messages weren't predicting the future, they were trying to prevent it. Eventually, I began following every instruction, no matter how strange, and for years, It worked. Then came the final voicemail. The one that changed everything, and it arrived last month. At 2:17 a.m., I woke up to the notification. One new voicemail. The caller was me. My hands were shaking before I even pressed play. The recording, it sounded so different. There was no static, no breathing, just screaming. My screaming. The kind of scream a person makes when they're dying, and went on for nearly 20 seconds. My voice then spoke, calm, terrified, exhausted.
If you're hearing this, I didn't make it.
I remember feeling physically sick to my stomach, but the message then continued.
Listen carefully.
A metallic sound echoed somewhere in the background, like machinery, something huge. Then the voice took a breath.
They know we were leaving messages.
I quickly paused the recording, and my heart hammered against my ribs. What does that even mean? I forced myself to continue.
They've been listening.
Another metallic groan, then distant footsteps. Lots of footsteps. My voice sounded panicked now.
You need to leave the apartment before 3:03 a.m.
I quickly glanced at the clock and it read 2:24 a.m. and the recording kept on going.
Don't use the front door.
A loud crash interrupted him. Whatever. The voice became frantic.
Go through the bedroom window.
The footsteps grew louder, starting to run now, my voice nearly shouting.
They found me because I stayed.
Then silence. Moments has passed. I thought the recording had ended. And then a whisper. So faint, I almost missed it.
They're already inside.
The message was cut off, and I stared at the phone, completely frozen. And then I heard it. A floorboard creaked from inside my apartment. Again, I live alone. Every light was off, and I slowly turned toward the hallway, and it was darkness. Nothing moved. Another creak happened, though. Closer. My entire body locked up, and I ran to go grab my keys, my wallet, my phone, and I continued to run. Not towards the front door, towards the bedroom, just like the message instructed. I climbed out the window. I dropped into the parking lot, and I drove away. I didn't stop until the sun was risen. When I finally returned home with police officers, the apartment was empty. No signs of entry. No signs anyone was inside. Nothing. Just like every other time. I almost convinced myself it was paranoia at this point until one officer called me over. There was something scratched into the wall beside my bed. Tiny letters, barely visible. Just one note. You left too early. The officer assumed it was old damage, but I knew it wasn't, because I've never seen that before. That was 4 weeks ago. I moved since then to a new city, a new apartment, and a new phone. I haven't received another voicemail. Part of me thinks it's over. Part of me hopes it's over. But yesterday, something happened. I checked my phone. No missed calls, no voicemails, nothing unusual. Then I opened my contacts. A brand new entry had appeared, and I didn't add it. There was no phone number, just a name. Next time, don't run. And this morning, I noticed another contact, one that definitely wasn't there yesterday. It's my name, my photo, my number. And under it, where a contact note should be, there was only one phrase. Call me before 3:03 a.m. The problem is, tonight is the first night in 3 years that I haven't received a voicemail. And somehow, that scares me more than any message ever did. Hey guys, thanks for listening to the very end. I wanted to try to do more scary stories and narrations for everybody, and let me know what you think. Leave a like or a comment or even subscribe. I'm going to be trying doing more short story narrations here and there, so if you like this, please tell me any specific stories you might want to hear. All right, thanks. Bye.